Today, we're going to unpack a story that's, believe it or not, about 2,500 years old. But what's incredible is how much it feels like it was written for right now. It's basically a blueprint for harmony, for focus, and for figuring out how to live well, not just by yourself, but together. And it all kicks off with this really simple-sounding question. We're going to follow the Buddha as he tries to figure out how three friends, three monks, just living out in the woods, could achieve a state of harmony so perfect that it was said they blended like milk and water. How is that even possible? So let's set the scene. We're in a place called Gosiṅga, and it's beautiful, quiet forest park. The Buddha, he's just finished his own meditation and decides to drop by for a visit. But as he gets there, a park keeper actually tries to stop him, and he says, "Hey, don't go in there. There are three gentlemen inside who are trying to find self-knowledge. You'll disturb them." But one of the monks, his name is Anuruddha, he overhears what's going on. And the second he realizes it's their teacher, he tells the keeper, "No, no, let him pass," and just bolts over to his friends shouting, "Come on, our teacher's here." They all rush out to greet him, wash his feet, and then they all sit down, totally ready to listen. So after making sure they're doing okay, have enough to eat, the Buddha gets right to the point. He asks them this huge, fundamental question. He wants to know if they're really doing it, living in harmony, not fighting, blending just like milk and water. And the monks, they just say, "Yep, indeed, sir, we are." The Buddha says, "Good. But how?" And this is where things get really interesting. This is where they reveal the first layer of their secret. The simple, but honestly profound way they manage to live together without any conflict. And here's their answer. It's amazing. Anuruddha explains that whenever he has an idea, his first thought is, you know what? Let me just set my own idea aside and go with what my friends think. And he just does it. I mean, can you imagine? It's this radical act of humility. And the craziest part? All three of them do the exact same thing.
So you see, their harmony isn't some happy accident. It's a choice. It's a practice. It's built on these three pillars: intentional kindness in everything they do, say, and think. That deep humility of putting the group first. And what that creates is this incredible sense of unity. That's how they blend like milk and water. Three different bodies, but they've become one in mind.
Okay, but for the Buddha, just getting along is only the starting line. It's not the final destination. He sees they've got the foundation right, so he pushes them. He wants to move past just being nice to each other and get to something much, much deeper. So he asks them about the engine behind the harmony. Are you guys just getting along, or are you actively working at it? Are you diligent? And diligence here means having a real structure for making progress. And again, the monks say, "Indeed, sir, we are." And their system is it's brilliant. For all the daily stuff, the chores, they have a silent system worked out. First guy back from getting food sets everything up. Last guy back cleans up whatever's left. If a water pot's too heavy for one person, a simple wave of the hand is all it takes to ask for help. No words needed. And this quiet efficiency is the whole point. It saves up all their energy, all their words for what really matters. Because every 5 days, they stay up all night long just to have these deep, intense discussions about the teaching. All right, so they've got social harmony down. They have this practical system for diligence. But the Buddha wants to know what's happening on the inside. We're about to climb to the next level of the story, their inner world of meditation. And now the Buddha asks his third huge question. He wants to know if all that outer peace and hard work has actually produced anything on the inside. Have they found a real, stable, comfortable state of meditation? The monks say yes, and what they describe next is just this incredible climb up a ladder of consciousness. They start revealing that they've climbed these first 4 major rungs of a meditative ladder. First, they can get into a state of pure bliss that just comes from being focused and away from it all. From there, they go even deeper, to a joy that comes from total immersion, total clarity. The third step is this powerful, peaceful balance, equanimity. Bliss is still there, but it doesn't control them. And finally, they can reach this place of pure, unshakable mindfulness, completely beyond the ups and downs of pleasure and pain. And here we go again. You can probably see the pattern by now. With every single one of these incredible achievements, the Buddha says, good, good. But then he asks, is there anything else? Have you gone further? He's basically inviting them to show him just how far they've gone.
And the monks say, oh yeah, they have. They've learned how to go completely beyond the physical world. Just imagine letting go of every sight, every sound, until the only thing left in your awareness is just the feeling of infinite, boundless space itself. That's a place they can go.
And it doesn't stop there. Beyond that feeling of infinite space, they can actually turn their attention inward to the very thing that is aware in the first place. They can enter a dimension where consciousness itself is infinite. It's like the mind looking at its own nature. And even beyond that, they can let go of the space, let go of the consciousness, and just rest their attention on the absence of anything. It's this profoundly subtle state, the dimension of nothingness, where the mind becomes almost completely still. Okay, so harmony, diligence, and these almost unimaginable states of meditation. I mean, what could possibly be higher than that? We're now at the absolute climax of the story, the final question and the ultimate answer. The Buddha asks one last time, is there anything more? And they reveal the very top of the mountain. They say they can enter a state where perception and feeling just stop. They completely cease. And by seeing clearly with wisdom from that state, they say all their inner defilements, the deep down roots of greed and hatred and confusion, they've all been completely pulled out and destroyed. This is it. This is enlightenment. And at this, the Buddha's questions stop. He gives them his highest praise, basically confirming that, yes, you've done it. You have reached the very pinnacle of the path. There is nothing higher. But wait, the story isn't over. As the Buddha leaves, a local spirit pops up and says how lucky the people in this area are to have these monks around. And this comment, this praise, is actually heard by the earth gods, who are so moved by what the monks have done, they let out a cry of joy. And that cry, it travels. It's not like gossip, it's an echo of pure joy that just ripples upward through different heavens, different planes of existence, all the way up to the highest divine realm. In that moment, the whole cosmos knows about these 3 quiet months in a forest. And this whole cosmic echo, it reveals the final, most important point. The Buddha confirms that the practice of these 3 monks was never just about them. Their own personal achievement, their own inner peace, is a gift to the entire world. Something they did for the good and the happiness of everyone, human and divine alike. So, that's the blueprint from Gosiṅga. It's this incredible model that shows how harmony, diligence, and meditation all build on each other, leading to a state of peace so profound it actually benefits all beings. And it leaves us with this one powerful question to think about. What if our own quiet internal work could have that same kind of ripple effect?